What's up out there, YouTube? Double D here with Tournage Du Bois. Welcome back. Today we have this piece of figured maple. It's got a little bit of an inclusion here, live edge area where the tree bark was. Not going to worry about that too much, but this is approximately 7 inches across, 3 inches deep. I want to try something. I got a little idea going on in my head. Let's see what happens with it. We have that sanded up to 240 grit. We're going to go ahead and hit this with denatured alcohol just to get a look at it, get that grain to stand up a little bit for sanding it back even further. Get an idea, of course, as to what it's going to look like when we're done. When you hit it with that denatured alcohol, when you go back over it, it feels just a little bit rough. That's that grain that just stands up, and you knock it back and then that gets an even smoother finish on it. That's why it's definitely beneficial to use some sort of a moisture. I use denatured alcohol, of course, because it evaporates much faster than water, but there's a lot of people out there who use just a spritz of water to do that same thing. And whatever works for you in your instance is perfectly okay. Now, if you notice, I am sanding this in reverse. I've been sanding this with the tailstock up. I sand it both directions typically, just to make sure I get every last, as much of the roughage as I possibly can off of it. Now we have that sanded up to our 420 grits. We're going to hit it with our Brad's abrasive sanding paste. There is a link to his Etsy store down in the description, so if you want to give it a try, definitely check it out. Super happy with how this works and the coloring it gives to the piece. I mean, it's already starting, it'll start to soak in and give just a little bit of color to it. All natural ingredients, food safe, both his abrasive paste and his tongue honey and tongue wax finishes. 100% food safe, so highly recommended for any piece that might come into contact with food or might come into contact with a chewing toddler. I use his finish on baby rattles that I have done. Very happy with it, confident it will continue to look beautiful for a long time, as well as be safe for anybody coming into contact with it. right, so we have that hollowed out. This is an 1 3/8 opening. We've got it hollowed out, not all the way to the wall, just because my angle tool won't reach, but it's pretty good. It's maybe 3/4 of an inch thick on the sides. The base is pretty good in there and thin. Not like super thin, but we've got a little heft to it. So I'm going to lightly sand up this surface, get the ring all, the opening all good and done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some texturing on the top here. Just have a little bit of fun with that, see what we can do. And we are back. We have that sanded up to 400 grit. So what I want to do now is I have this super black India ink. We're going to do the finial in the black, and that way it'll really stand out from the piece of wood. Got gloves on, of course. Definitely don't want to get this all over your hands. Obviously, it will not go well. Don't do that either. So I might end up doing a couple of coats on this because it is soaking in. I just want this as black as I can possibly get it. So we shall see what happens. But if I do a second coat, I won't bore you with that because it'll be the exact same process. All right, we are back. We've got our logo put on the bottom. We have it all sanded up and ready to go. So now we're going to use our tongue honey finish from Brad's and put a nice color into this with this finish. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that piece where I took that piece of curly maple and made the hollow form. So here is the finished piece, approximately 7 inches across, just under 3 inches tall. It is got we have the black finial with the India ink with the gloss lacquer. Pretty tight fit, not super tight, easier to get in and out. Hollowed out pretty good. I mean, obviously I can't get all the way up in the corners, but really happy with it overall. And then of course, finished with the Brad's Tongue Honey. If this is your first time here, please do consider subscribing. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. Leave your comments, feedback down below. I appreciate it and grow. And we'll catch you next time.